humanity. These are the beautiful words of Albert Einstein. With this instilling thought, on behalf of Amity University, I, Dr. Reena Singh, would like to wish a very good morning to our honorable chief guest, Dr. Mahesh Sharma, Member of Parliament, Gautam Budh Nagar constituency, our honorable guest, Dr. Sridhar Volati, our officiating Vice Chancellor, Dr. B.C. Das, our officiating Vice Chancellor, Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay, our President, Dr. ASTIF, Dr. W.S. Selvamurthy, our Director of Amity Institute of Pharmacy, Dr. Sandeep Arora, our Organizing Chairperson, Dr. Mona Lisa Mukherjee, our Professor, Amity Institute of Pharmacy, Dr. Tanveer Naved, our Conference Organizing Secretary, Dr. Puneet Gupta, and our dear SL Nasser Sir, and my dear colleagues, participants, and students. We welcome you for the International Conference on Role of Molecular Chemistry in Drug Design and Development, organized by Amity Institute of Click Chemistry Research and Studies, Drug Discovery and Development Cluster, Amity University, and Amity Institute of Pharmacy. Albert Einstein's statement on technology makes us reflective to ponder on humanity-driven technology. And this international conference aims at fulfilling this idea through the brainstorming sessions. To take the blessing from Goddess Saraswati for this beautiful objective, which may be fulfilled through this international conference, I would like to request the dignitaries to please come forward for lighting of the lamp. I would like now to request Dr. W. Selvamurthy to present the token of gratitude to Dr. Mahesh Sharma, our Honorable Chief Guest, Member of Parliament, Gautam Budh Nagar constituency, to honoring us by his gracious presence. Sir, please do the honor. I would now like to request Dr. B.C. Das, our officiating VC AUP, to present the bouquet as a contribution in the field of research and his presence to Dr. Sridhar Volati. It's our honor to present the token of an inspiration for this international conference to Praveen Khullar, who is present online. On his behalf, Dr. Naveed will receive the bouquet. It's our honor to present the token of motivation for this international conference to Dr. Jun Ji Zhu. Thank you, sir, for your presence, and we heartily welcome you for this international conference. I would now like to request Dr. Mona Lisa Mukherjee to present the token to Dr. B.C. Das, our officiating VC AUUP.
Professor Zhu, how? Ni hao.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah.
I would like to request Dr. Sandeep Arora to do the honor to present the token of honor to Dr. D.K. Bandopadhyay, our officiating VC AUUP. I would like to request again Dr. Mona Lisa Mukherjee to present the token of gracious presence to Dr. W. Selvamurthy, our veteran researcher and the echelons of AUUP. Dr. S.L. Nasser, the legendary pharmacy professional and founder registrar, Delhi Pharmacy Council, I would like to request Dr. Naveed to do the honor to present the token as a bouquet. I would now like to request Dr. Puneet Gupta to do the honor of presenting the bouquet to Dr. Sandeep Arora. Thank you, sir. The classic music, especially flute, mesmerizes us with serenity, transporting to the world of spirituality, the abode of researchers. We have a very talented flute player among us, So let us welcome Mr. Surya Mani Pandey on the stage to carry us into transcendence.
Thank you.
To felicitate, our organizing team, how can we forget? Last but not the least, we would like to felicitate our organizing team, Dr. Naved Tanveer. To do this honor, I would like to request our officiating VC, Dr. B.C. Das, to present the token of gratitude. The endeavor of this conference is given by Dr. Puneet Gupta. I would like to request Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay, our officiating VC, to do the honor. Thank you, sir. We are profusely elated to take the opportunity to welcome our organizing chairperson, Dr. Mona Lisa Mukherjee, Director of AICCRS, AUP Noida, to grace this occasion. She is a mentor of distinct vision and fountainhead of illuminating ideas and ideal of knowledge, experience, and inspiration to all of us. Among her many research projects, some of them are designing and engineering nanomaterials with precisely controlled optoelectronic properties. I would like to request Dr. Mona Lisa Mukherjee for the welcome address. Thank you, ma'am.
Very good morning to all of you. Really very happy to see that you are all coming after this pandemic in this offline conference. So I'll take only 5 minutes because we have to go ahead. So very good morning to one and all. And thank you for joining the 2 days international conference on the role of molecular chemistry in drug design and development 2022. I welcome our visionary Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Balvinder Shukla, and distinguished amicitians and participants. Due to the guidance and motivation of them, this conference has become the reality. In the next few minutes of my speech for conference, I'll be walking you through the symposium, in short, how useful it is for you and what does the future holds for all in the context of the theme of the conference. So life is chemistry, and everything started with chemistry. As highlighted in the title of the conference, it is the point of molecular chemistry. The success can be judged by how well it allows chemist, non-chemist alike to harness the power of molecular manipulations for the discovery, optimizations of useful properties. For those of who are fortunate enough to able to study the molecular reactivity in its own right, for whom the behavior of molecules rises in the level of personality, molecular chemistry is the pursuit of profound beauty. In other words, both fundamental and practical reasons, it is a great fun. So in this 2 days conference, we are going to learn what is the role of molecular chemistry in drug design and development. I again welcome all the participants and hope that you will be making it really enjoying and learning in this 2 days conference. Thank you so much.
It's our honor that our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Mahesh Sharma, Member of Parliament, Gautam Budh Nagar constituency, former Minister of State for Tourism and Culture, Independent Charge, Minister of State for Civil Aviation, Forest and Environment, Government of India. He has been he has backed such laurels that we feel proud for his presence over here. He promoted social and cultural activities as a Minister of State. His special interest was always in the healthcare services, where he contributed in political and social work by helping needy people in cultural activities. His favorite pastime, if we talk about, and his recreation is reading newspaper, books, literature, meditation, and yoga. As we see, he's doctorate of philosophy. He's into sports and clubs. He is very groomed and honed like the young people. So he plays golf and badminton. And he's member of Constitution Club of India, New Delhi, Golf Course, Noida. He visited widely for the benevolent work that he does for the humanity. So he travels a lot abroad and within India. He has, inborn quality of leadership and has proven capability of managing the business efficiently, started a career as a general physician at Noida in 1983, and established a chair of 10 super multi-speciality hospital, and also running a trust, Kailash Charitable Trust, joined the NDA government 2014 to 2019 and has given the responsibilities of various ministries. Various initiative has also been taken by him, which includes Jewar Airport Civil Aviation Policy, Kumbh Mela 2019, e-ticketing in monuments of museum, e-tourist visa Swadesh Darshan and Prasad scheme, World Tourism Index raised to 40 from 65. So as I told you, he has bagged a lot of laurels in his life. I would request our honorable chief guest to please come on the stage. Okay, before his welcome address and his blessings, we would like to unwrap the abstract or the souvenir of this international conference. Before we request Dr. Mahesh Sharma, our honorable chief guest, to come and give us the welcome address, I would like to request Dr. Puneet Gupta, conference agenda by Organizing Secretary, Chief Coordinator, Drug Discovery and Development Cluster. I would like to request him to please do the honor.
Good morning, everybody over here. And warm welcome and regards to the international faculty joining on this international conference from abroad. My dear budding students, the learning scientists, and on the dais, Professor Das, the officiating VC of this philanthropic institution, the MET, and today's chief host, who was instrumental in bringing me here before you, Professor Monalisha Mukherjee, Dr. Arora, Dr. Sridhar, Dr. Bandyopadhyay, Dr. Naved, Puneetji. My regards to all of you, Dr. Das, of course, and in absentia, my regards goes to the philanthropic thought and the visionary and the luminary of creating this great institution, Amity, which is an icon, which is an epitome of the research, the thought process, the initiator, the mentor, whatever words and terminologies we use for Dr. Ashok Chand, they'll fall short of their definition. I've been close to him for the last almost 35 years. I tried to join him as a student, but he didn't allow me because I was a notorious student, and that's why I'm here in politics. And you, the real students, are in the field of research and delivering the best to the humanity, best technology, and especially in today's context, the role of molecular chemistry in drug designing and development. It's a call of the day. It's a call of the day that we deliver best to the humanity, best to the world. Now, world is a global village. A lot of expectations are from these young budding scientists whose innovative mind and initiative mind, which starts from our childhood of exploring the things. And that exploration process should never be an ending process. If the best would have been the ultimate, the world would have stopped there. If somebody achieves that best, and today Professor Das awards him that you are the best student of this year, you are the best scientist of this year, it means the world stops there. What else? What next? Where else to go? No, that pondering the search or searching for the better than the best. And if we are in the process of searching the better than the best, this world will never stop because best will never come And there will always a search for the better than the best will continue to be, inspiring us to hold such more conferences. And that's the aim of having these conferences now. You understand that a mind of a child, when it comes in this world, he starts exploring. Everything is possible. Even he'll put his finger into the electrical switch also, before he gets a burn and before he gets a shock. So that is the human nature. And out of that human nature, all those people who excel in that area of exploring, we call them कुएं के मेंढक वाली कहानी ना, जो उसी को अपनी दुनिया समझते हैं कि यही मेरी दुनिया है, इस दुनिया से बाहर और कुछ नहीं है। और उस दुनिया से बाहर सुनने वाले जो आगे बढ़ जाते हैं, उनमें से कोई अशोक चौहान बन जाता है, कोई प्रोफेसर दास, कोई प्रोफेसर मोनालिसा मुखर्जी बन जाते हैं। और आप में से भी कोई भी कैपेसिटी रखता है कि हम उस डायरेक्शन में आगे जा सकें। साथियों, आपके पास अगर एक्सप्लोर करने के लिए एक और सब्जेक्ट मैं देके आपको जा रहा हूं, एक्सप्लोर द माइंड ऑफ योर फाउंडर चेयरमैन डॉक्टर अशोक चौहान. That is the food for thought. You will yourself, that thought of exploring that mind, it will inspire you to go ahead and go ahead and go ahead to a non-ending process. Dear Atul, dear Asim Chauhan, Balvinder Shukla ji, all those people have been coming across. When today Hitesh called me that I have to be here on this subject, I said, yes, to some extent it relates to me and my profession also. During this corona phase and in my 35 years of experience in this medical field, every day, every month, every week, every year, the molecular chemistry changed, the new modules, the new formulations came together. And especially in this corona time, it reminded, I was talking to Dr. Selva Murthy and Dr. Das just now, that are we in a position to do that, to compete to the world? Where we were dependent on China for all these imports of the molecules, are we in a position? He said, yes, we are equally competent, and now we are working on the herbals, where we are quite rich in that subject. So coming of these newer molecules, when this corona came, we didn't knew that what is the drug. We didn't know what is the course of disease. We didn't knew the etiology. We didn't knew the pathogenesis. We didn't knew the course of this disease. Where we were, hit and trial methods started. Somebody started from hydroxychloroquine. Somebody started with herbal drugs and all those things also. We ended somewhere, but not the end. That process is still continuing. How far the second wave of the corona was more fatal than other? What was the role of vaccines? What is the role of newer molecules and newer formulations? This research process will continue till this human world is there. And equally, when this human world is there, equally the virus is also genome sequencing, genetical change. All those words inspires us to do something more in this field also. I'm sure in this 2 days conference of this level at this in this Premier Institute will bring some new ideas, some new researches. And I feel happy when I learn from this that so many number of patents from this MIT University has been recognized at international level. This is a matter of pride for not only for MIT. It is in my constituency. It is a pride for the nation, India. And let's all feel proud of being a part of this. Budding students, sky is the limit. Never say that we are fall short of anything. Be it the financial resources, be it the education. I hail from a village where the power was not there, and we studied in a small lantern village. And even we have to carry that patti and takhti from the home. The school was about 8 kilometers from away. You have got these beautiful facilities, faculty, facility, and everything over here. So you have been given a beautiful platform of exploring the things and doing research in this subject and going ahead. Keep it up. Again, I have given a food of the thought that do that research on the thought process of your founder, Chairman Dr. Ashok Chauhan. That will bring you, that will show you the light, the path of that light to go ahead and ahead and ahead. And that I think if you get that inspiration, you will grow automatically. You need not do anything. But don't do that, this exploration process on three things. Should I tell that? Exploring means what? Research means what? Research means crushing of any of these things, what Dr. Das was talking, the herbals and anything, crushing of anything into and putting it through chemical test, coming out of the results. Don't do these three things on three of your things in the life. Your God, your parents, and your teacher. They cannot be explored. Don't try to do research on them. Accept them as toto. Mere jaise hain, mere hain. Swami Dayanand Saraswati has said, some things are to be accepted, sango panga. Sango pam svikarita. जैसे भी हैं मेरे हैं, मैं अपने माँ बाप को क्वेश्चन नहीं कर सकता, इन पर रिसर्च नहीं कर सकता, उन्हें क्रश नहीं कर सकता, उन पर केमिकल टेस्ट नहीं कर सकता. So don't try to do this exploration on your God, on your parents, on your teachers. Do it on anything in your life, but don't do these things on at least on your parents. Accept your teachers as they are, where they are, how they are. Accept them, worship them, regards them. You'll definitely get the prasad out of that. Thank you very much for inviting me to be with you. Goodbye. I'm sorry I'll be leaving this conference because of a certain tragedy in one of our doctors' father today. I'll be leaving this place a bit earlier. I was planning to listen that what is the initiative idea, and Dr. Puneet was planning to, but I shortcutted him. Thank you very much.
We are really grateful for your valuable presence to spare your time from your humanitarian work and philanthropic activity. By your presence, Dr. Mahesh Sharma, our Honorable Chief Guest, MP, Gautam Budh Nagar constituency, I request Dr. Bandyopadhyay sir and Dr. B.C. Das, our officiating VC of AUP, to do the honor to present the token as a gratitude. We are really grateful and honored and obliged by your presence, sir. I would like to introduce you to Professor Sandeep Arora, Professor and Director, Amity Institute of Pharmacy, Amity University, Noida, Honorable VP and Advisor, R&D Natural Solutions, Mumbai, Amulya Herbs, Panchkula, India, and Pharmaceutical Consulting, CRO, MD, Arrowens Group. He's a professor and director now of Amity Institute of Pharmacy, Professor and Director, Amity Institute. He has such laurels in the world of research, and he has been veteran contributing in industry and academics. I request Professor Sandeep Arora to please come and address the conference.
So, warm welcome to all the delegates who have enthusiastically enrolled and are present today for the conference. The conference co-organized by the AICCS, Amity University, Dr. Mona Lisa heading that institute, as well as the pharmacy. It deals into a very relevant subject, that is the molecular chemistry, how it affects the drug molecules, and how it changes the characters of the molecules so that they can deliver the best of the therapy. So very relevant conference with very appropriate lectures and sessions by great experts, including Dr. Zinzhu from China, who will be delivering session on the biosensors, biochemical sensors. Then session by industry experts, including Dr. Voletti and Dr. Shali Pandey, and also by eminent academicians. MIT University has been always focusing on research as a part of the academic activities. We are honored to have Dr. Bandyopadhyay and Dr. Das, officiating vice chancellors, who themselves are leading light in research, having established eminent centers of excellence, very proactive and motivators in research. So we will be in the domain of 2 days. We'll be going across different sessions. They will be touching upon different topics like the molecules, how they can be increased in therapeutic activity through the product modification, or how they can be modified into nanoparticles, how the nanoparticles and other things can play a role in better delivery of the molecules and the drugs. The caging of the molecules, that is also a very relevant concept. Nowadays, we have larger molecules, proteins, and all those things. So how the caged protein molecules or how the caged nanoparticles, how they can be utilized for better delivery of the drug so that the efficacy of the drug is maximum. So we'll be having a very diverse area on all these things as a part of the molecular chemistry affecting the drug design and development and delivery. So the areas covered will be design as well as development and delivery. So you will be having a session on all these aspects, the design, delivery, and development. And I sincerely hope that it will be a very invigorating session for all the participants who have registered and the participants who have registered for presentation of their topics in the form of posters and oral presentation. And I thank all the eminent members on the dais, Dr. Das, Dr. Bandyopadhyay, Dr. Nasa, Dr. Mona Lisa, for having ideated this conference as a joint conference between pharmacy and the AICCS. So very relevantly, co-jointly organized because they are connected. So always there is a collaboration. It always leads into very fruitful conferences and research and other activities. I also heartily welcome and thank Dr. Selva-Murthy for being here and blessing the participant as well as the team. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for such a motivating speech. I would now like to introduce our participants to our officiating VC of AUP, Dr. Dilip Kumar Bandyopadhyay, Chief Advisor FPO, Chairman ALS, Amity Law School, Noida. He has done his MSc, doctorate, and presently he's Chief Advisor FPO and Chairman ALS. As I talk about him, he's a veteran in research field. He has contributed a lot with his echelon activities in our Amity University. He's one of the authorities. He has been in Indian Institute of Forest Management, Bhopal. He's been VC to GGIP University, New Delhi, and Director to Indian Institute of Forest Management, Bhopal. He's been Dean and Acting Director, Indian Institute of Management, Lucknow, Director to Jaipuria Institute of Management, Lucknow, Associate Professor, IIM Lucknow. And not to forget, he started his career as an Indian Institute Assistant Professor in Indian Institute of Management, Lucknow, and also worked in IITM, Pune. Such a long chain of laurels to his credit and a great contributor now to Amity University. I request you, sir, to please come on the dais and give the address. Thank you, sir.
So at the outset, I must congratulate our department, Click Chemistry Department, led by Mona Lisa and her team, and certainly under the guidance of Dr. B.C. Das. Presently, he is the officiating Vice Chancellor. And our own Dr. Selva-Murthy ji, who all the time talks about research, thinks about research, promote about research. So in their presence and the presence of the dignitaries who have been invited today, starting with John G. Ju, Siddhartha Bhaleti, Praveen Khullarji, and of course, you have just now heard our chief guest of this today's function, Moez Sharmaji, because he is a doctor, he is a politician, and he is a person who has contributed immensely health services of the nation. He says that he has about 9 hospitals. 2 of his hospitals in the name of the Kailash Hospital are in Noida and Greater Noida. And he is now associated, he's the right person to be the chief guest because now he is associated with the Standing Committee on Health and Family Welfare. Now, when we talk about this, the conference of any kind, essentially what we expect out of this conference, because our Honorable Founder President all the time says that everything we do has to have a purpose, has to have an outcome. So why do we do the conferences? Because it befits the definition of university. The university is a universe where people from all walks of life, they come together, deliberate, narrate, discuss, argue, and then they come out in the form of a fusion, new ideas to explore too, new ideas for the benefit of the mankind, for the benefit of the society. Now, our Honorable Founder President, he says India can become superpower with the interventions of science, technology, and soft skills. These are the 3 major things that he wants to promote. And he is also a man who all the time thinks about research. He dreams research. He sleeps with research. He eats with research. All the time his mind is bogged down for promoting research. And that's how today we see MIT University. And he all the time says, I inspire to all my students, including research scholars, including our scientists, faculty members, and researchers, that you must dare to think. You must dare to think differently. And he dared to dream. He created new types of systems and processes and structure in the academic governances. And we see today many of his systems, structures, and processes are being followed by other institutions, including the government. And NEP 2020, what you are seeing today, many of these ideas he already implemented in the MIT universe. And he's the man who created and who made us, all of us, to think differently, and we must dare to think differently. And that's how we were the first one to have the click chemistry in the university. I think very, very few places in the country, the click chemistry research are going on. And now, another, new thing that is going to come up, masters in molecular chemistry. And that's again, I don't think that any places, the masters in molecular chemistry, as for the molecular chemistry, because we know that chemistry, when we are a student, we used to know that there is physical chemistry, organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry. Now, subsequently, there are many branches of the chemistry came. One of the chemistry was the medicinal chemistry. One of the chemistry came as a structural chemistry. Now, major problem that is today in terms of drug design and delivery, where I was a little bit associated with the Central Drug Research Institutions, where I could see that they have a good team of researchers who are doing in the molecular chemistry part. They have a state-of-the-art equipments and infrastructures. And major problem, what I came to know, that if we could synthesize 10,000 molecules, there is a possibility of getting a drug. And in terms of drug availability, it also is cycle time is 8 to 10 years. Now the whole research that is coming up, what should it do in terms of reducing the cycle time of the production, in terms of the reducing the number of structures that requires to further explore to. And that's why this molecular chemistry, which is translational research, which is multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary research, because it involves pharmacy, it involves organic chemistry, it involves physical chemistry, it involves physics, material science, now nanoscience. Now you can see that the immense potential that this molecular chemistry is having. And our main thrust is that how do you really reduce the cycle time of the drug design? How do you reduce? Because many researchers I have seen, and I was a little bit involved about it, how to create a structural databases of the molecules and store it. And whenever you create a structure in your mind or you extract a structure from your medicinal plants, just try to see how that structure is mapping nearer to the already explored structure. And if that explored structure is having similar properties, then there is a possibility or probability of having the similar properties. If they don't have, then discard that molecule. Now, this is the way how the design time, drug design time has been proposed to be reduced to. There are a lot of researches that are going on. I think these 2 days deliberations are going to bring out lots of new facets. And I really welcome all the participants, those who will be presenting their papers, who will be sharing their thoughts, who will be really discussing their thoughts. And that a lot of learning will come out. And let us see what is the new ideas gets generated. And then that will be the grand success of this of these conferences. I think I have no doubt that this will come. This will come because Mona Lisa is such a vociferous researcher. Along with her team, she is not going to allow not to generate some new ideas. And Bishidas is present, another great scientist. And another great person, Dr. Silvamurthy. They are not going to allow us to see that what is the new ideas after the end of the conference, we are going to get it. And when founder president will come to know, he will be the happiest person. Because he is the man who has, again, I repeat, he is the man who has made us all to dare to think, dare to do the new things. I think this conference will be doing in those directions. I am thankful to all the persons. I feel privileged that I've been requested to come and speak over here. And thank you very much. Thank you, participants. Thank you, all the speakers, those who have been invited on behalf of the Amity Universe, on behalf of our Honorable Founder President, on behalf of our Chancellor, on behalf of our Vice Chancellor. So thank you very much.
We are really grateful, sir, for your instilling words and the contribution that you have made in the field of research. Bandhupadhyay, sir, I would like to state about him that he's FRC of our domain, that is our domain, art and humanities. And therefore, I really feel obliged and grateful, sir, by your presence. I would now like to introduce to our veteran professor, officiating VC of AUP, Professor Bhudev Chand Das. Not to forget his chain of work in research, PhD, FNASC, FSC, FAMS, FNA, and JC Bose National Fellowship. He was deemed to Health and Allied Sciences and now an officiating Vice Chancellor, AUP. He's chairman and Har Gobind Khurana Chair Professor, Amity Institute of Molecular Medicine and Stem Cell Research, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh. Dr. Das has made an outstanding contribution in the field of cancer research, tumor virology, human genetics, and mutation research. During the last 37 years of his distinguished research career, he has published more than 200 research papers in reputed international journals and distinguished himself as a renowned molecular oncologist. Dr. Das has earned his MSc and PhD degree from BHU University, Varanasi. He later worked for several years with Nobel laureate Professor Harold Zur Hussain. I believe I'm pronouncing the name correctly. In 2008, he won the Nobel Prize, Professor Harold, and he worked with this Nobel laureate for several years at German Cancer Research Center, Heidelberg. Sir, let the audience know, it's very important. He establishes national and WHO regional HPV referral center for Southeast Asia at ICPO. His present areas of research and transcriptional regulation, mRNA regulation, cancer stem cell, and cancer drug discovery. It's, very breathtaking laurels that you have won. I will feel exhausted, but not his discoveries. Thank you, sir, for your presence. Please come for the welcome address.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for kind words and kind introduction. So, very good morning to one and all. And I welcome all the delegates, the expert speakers, or the invited speakers, and our colleagues from MIT University, students, and also the dignitaries on the dais. Our chief guest, Dr. Mahesh Sharma, has left after his talk, but I wanted to say few words. But before that, I welcome all the dignitaries in the dais. Dr. Selvamurthy, as you know, he is the president of STIV, and he has spent 40 years, more than 40 years, as a chief controller in the audio. And Dr. S.L. Nasa, he is a Delhi Pharmacy Council, and he started the pharmacy in the country. Rather, he was teaching in our pharmacy school, what is in the Noida, rather long back, 30, 40 years back. And no, there is some 20 years back or so. Then there is Dr. Sridhar Volati and Dr. Arora, who is just recently joined as a director of pharmacy, the MIT Institute of Pharmacy. It's just a week or so. And of course, Mona Lisa is the organizer, Mona Lisa Mukherjee. She is one of the organizer main. And then Dr. Puneet Gupta, he is also co-organizer in that. And Dr. Naved, he is from he's also organizing team. And so he was previously as a principal and professor of the MIT Institute of Pharmacy. But there are many in the dais. There are Professor Chakraborty, Professor Malik, and many other people are here. So what is it, just briefly to tell you before that it is the role of molecular chemistry, drug design and development by MIT Institute of Click Chemistry. What click chemistry? What is click? We say click. Really it is click. But then originator of this institute, all the frontier areas of science, like I head molecular medicine and stem cell research. There is a genome engineering also, MIT Institute of Genome Engineering. Very recently, it has come last year into existence, and where there are only 2-3 scientists, but they are doing wonderful publications. One publication I can tell you, cell reports and all. Only yesterday, I have got the reprints of it, means printed copy, the Nature Chemical Biology, full article, published Mappa, and I have sent to founder president, and also copy to, there is some missed perhaps to Dr. Salamurthy and all, also our FCA and all. So that's a prestige that Nature Journal with the MIT affiliation. That's a great honor. And so, similarly, click chemistry, it's an easy reaction. It's click of the moment, means it's very easy to synthesize, takes time, less time, yield is more, and that's why she knows better, and those who are in the click chemistry, it is coming up as an excellent center, and there are all in 2 digits impact factor journals they are publishing, but it's a nice that she has organized, because we had a lot of discussion with the starting of the molecular chemistry course, that MSc and also PhD. What is molecular chemistry? So it is a creative science, actually. It's a creative science. It means that it involves synthesis of molecules with biological, it's a biological chemistry, rather biological as well as physical properties, and to meet the scientific challenges, and also social challenges that leads to the development and designing of new molecules or the drug discovery, drug designing and drug discovery. That's why molecular chemistry has a very close link with the pharmaceutical chemistry or pharmaceutical or pharmacy, that is to develop the drugs. Anybody can wonder what is chemistry and what is this. So it is this, it has a very close connections or the intimate relations with the pharmaceutics or pharmaceutical sciences that deals with the development or the discovery of the drugs, which we need big way in the country. We have several research institutes, several things, but drug discovery is not there. As I can give an example that our government has taken a lot of initiative, a lot of national level institutes are established, including Indian Institute of Science and Jawaharlal Nehru Center in Bangalore. There are many, you all know. But then ultimately, when people were dying, countless, because of the COVID, it is only the private organization with the vaccine came into the rescue. So there is a need for frontier areas of science to work on, and drug discovery, it takes 15 to 20 years, but it is important that, and I say today, and we discussed sometime with Dr. Selvamurthy, that if Nobel Prize has to come, it should come from India. If it doesn't come, then we are failure, because there are all the drugs, that the herbal drugs and all these things are, lot of things are, we are Indian system of medicine we are using. We know it has a tremendous good effects and curative effect, but we cannot scientifically prove it. We need to give the scientific pedestal to this, which we always, myself and Dr. Selvamurthy and others, we always reiterate. And you are the young blood, you have to work out, and you have to see that it is somebody's waiting for that Nobel Prize. We should bring it, because it is long time that we have no Nobel laureate from India. There may be Indian scientists abroad, they are getting, but not from India. We want working in India, and Nobel Prize should come to India. So this is one of the area. Drug discovery is an excellent area, and that is the click chemistry, and that's why it is named as the role of molecular chemistry and drug design and development. But this was created, the click chemistry was created by none other than our Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan. All these frontier institutes, what is coming in the new, in the Amity University or the Amity Universe, it is his idea and it is his innovativeness and inspiration that we are going ahead. The great inspiration behind us is our Honorable Founder President, and of course our very dynamic, young dynamic Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, and of course our very meticulous and very strong lady, iron lady, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla, for whom she is out of station. That's why I myself and Dr. Bandyopadhyay is joint officiating. VC looks after administration. I look after the science, technology, and the academic aspects. So this is, I also welcome that he has left. Our main chief guest, Dr. Mahesh Sharma. You may not be knowing, he has a group of hospitals, the Kailash Hospital. I was staying in our ICMR quarters just behind his hospital, and in Noida, 27 sector, and that is the main hospital came up there. And in 90s, I exactly do not remember, maybe 92 or 93 or 94, I got the very prestigious, the Medical Council of India, MCI. Now it is called Medical Commission, Indian National Medical Commission, NMC. So that prestigious award, which is equivalent to Bhatnagar or more than that, in the medical people, it is a B.C. Rai National Award. So I got that from the presidents and gold medal. And he is the person who felicitated in his hospital, organized by, in that hospital with Dr. Mahesh Sharma and the Noida Munch, Mr. Saxena from the Noida Munch, there is a NGO is here. So they organized and felicitated me. So I cannot forget that. But one, he is not just a medical man and a politician. He was our union minister earlier, and also now the MP in our area, in the Noida. So, but then when our parliament, but one incident I want to share, that one of our known person, that was several years back, his mother died. He was being treated in the Kailash hospital in 27 sector, but ultimately she died. But then the bill goes around near to 1 lakh. And he is so poor that he was crying how to take my mother out to do the rest of the performance, to do that. He doesn't have that much of money. He was requesting me, you try to help me and all. I do not know this much of money, how one would waive. But I wrote him. I didn't personally. I wrote him a mail, and not that time mail, etc. was not very common, but I phoned him. And it was nice that he picked up the phone. I requested that he is a very poor person. He cannot afford to give this money. So kindly do something. So immediately he is a quick decision maker. He said, okay, I will take care, don't worry. So he was almost just nominal amount he had to pay, 5,000 or 10,000, and he was waived all the money. So that's why he is not a medical man and politician, but a good human being. That's why I have always respect for him, and I am in connection with his through mobile and all. So, and whatever affiliation I do, I give whatever party he comes, but I put a vote for him. So he is an excellent gentleman, and there are also we have the guest of honor, Dr. Praveen Kular, who was whole life, most of the time he was in the Dabur, it's a excellent company, drug development company. So he's at the moment is the executive director and Vargo Pharma research laboratories in Varna, Goa. And also there are two the keynote speakers. Also the Professor Junji Zhu from I think China, and also Dr. Sridhar Bholeti, and he is our honorable chief guest of honor, and he is from Hyderabad. He is in the Industrial Company Private Limited. So all in all, these people, I welcome all these dignitaries as well as all the participants and the invited speakers, delegates for these 2 days conference organized by this Amity Institute of Clinical Chemistry, Research and Studies, and the Amity Institute of Pharmacy. And I wish all the best. This is a frontier subject, and we have started the molecular chemistry as a MSc and PhD program. It is also to know, those students, they do not know what is molecular chemistry and how it will go. But it is very important. It is mainly related to the drug discovery, drug designing, and drug delivery. So I wish you all the best for these 2 days conference, and I hope you will have the excellent interactions and look for something new discovery and good the academic interaction or the research interaction. With this, few words, I thank you once again, and all the best for the conference.
It's my really a humble request to all my dignitaries sitting over here to maintain the timeline for this speech, because for other sessions we have international speakers who are waiting to get connected. And I'm really sorry, I'm apologetic to say this. Now I would like to request another veteran researcher and echelon of Amity University in Noida, who has been a legendary for the research field. And we really owe the contribution that he has done to this university. It's Dr. W. Selva Murthy, President, Amity Science, Technology and Innovation Foundation. Dr. Selva Murthy has served Defense Research and Development Organization, Government of India for 40 years, in which all health-related life sciences research technologies were developed and inducted in armed forces for keeping the health and efficiency of soldiers even in extreme operational environment. This biomedical research immensely benefited the armed force personnel and gave a lot of spin-off benefit to the society at large. His R&D contributions include development of life support technologies for soldiers, NBC defense technology, nanotechnology application for defense, application of yoga for the armed forces, military psychology and others. And he was the leader of the first Indo-Soviet scientific expedition to the Arctic Circle for polar physiology research. He superannuated from DRDO on 28 Feb 2013 as a Chief Controller, Research and Development. Long chain of exhaustive contribution to your, to your own, sir. I would request Dr. W. Selva Murthy to please do the honor and address the audience. Thank you, sir.
Very good morning to each and every one of you. Let me also join my colleagues in welcoming all of you, particularly the delegates who have come here to participate in this 3 days deliberations. And you are going to be the one who has to create a new knowledge which you will be presenting in this. So let me first of all welcome all the delegates and the resource speakers who have come from both academic institutions, research laboratories, and also industries who are sitting here on the dais as well as online. The theme of this conference is very, very important. That is the role of molecular chemistry in drug design and development. Honorable Prime Minister keeps talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat in all sections, all sectors, including pharmaceutical sector. Because when you look at generics, we are on the top of the world. We are manufacturing a large number of generic drugs, exporting to almost all countries in the world. But when you come to the API, which is very important ingredient of these generic drugs, we are still to indigenize many of the APIs, which we are importing from different countries. So one important initiative now today by Government of India and all the laboratory scientists, how do you bring self-reliance in the APIs which are used in the generic formulations? So this is one effort. The second effort is we need small molecules. The effort, another focus is on small molecules, both synthetic as well as natural. Because the herbal medicine is a rich repository in India. Today we have more than 45,000 species of plants, which are of herbal origin, which has medicinal properties. So how do you harness, how do you look at the molecules? And through the molecular chemistry, how do you bring new formulations? So this could be one focus, small molecules of natural origin, plant origin. So natural products could be another focus, which India can take leadership role since we have biodiversity, rich biodiversity in our country. Amity University, the whole universe, which is founded by Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, he himself is a chemist. You may not know, many of you may not know. He is a master's in chemistry, PhD in chemical engineering. So he is the one who started this click chemistry, which is a very novel, first time in the world. A separate institute of click chemistry was established in Amity. So let's give a big clap to founder president who took that initiative. Dr. Mona Lisa Mukherjee, she is the director, along with Dr. John Moses. John Moses came to Amity. Then we sat together. Then he said, why don't we also look at, immediately founder president said, we'll start something, a new institute of click chemistry. That is why it is here. Click chemistry is a technology, it's a technique. But through this wonderful technique, you will be able to develop exotic molecules, exotic formulations. So that is why the click chemistry is very, very important. And we have given a lot of focus on research, new formulations coming out from click chemistry. Amity has developed a big strength in computer-aided drug design, because drug design and development, in silico modeling of drugs is the first part. Whenever you are looking at a new molecule, you normally use computer-aided design of the drug. So this is one effort which we have Dr. Seema Bhatnagar, who is a synthetic chemist, and we have developed the workstations and the softwares for computer-aided drug design. Then we have a strong synthetic chemistry group in Amity. So this synthetic chemistry group looks at how do you synthesize new molecule. You may develop something on computer, but how do you translate that into a reality into a molecule? So we have the strong synthetic chemistry. Then we have a strong cell culture and cell study group. So the Amity Institute of Molecular Medicine and Stem Cell Research have developed facilities for cell culture and also in vitro cell line studies. In vivo studies, we have a fairly good animal house. We are going to have a new animal house. So we are using these for the drug design and development. Then we have also tied up with hospitals, 15 hospitals, we have MOUs. So when it goes from preclinical to clinical, so we take it to the hospitals where we have MOUs. And we also have a formal MOU with Indian Council of Medical Research. So this is the strength Amity has today for bringing out new molecules, drug discovery, drug design, and also bringing out the new molecules. Then having said it, what are the things which Amity is doing in this area? One is Dr. Das group himself is developing a new conjugate. Everybody is attacking cancer cell because it's one of the major killer of the death is caused either by cardiovascular disease or the second, the killer is cancer. Everyone looks at cancer cell, but what Amity is looking at is cancer stem cell, so that there is no recurrence. You are uprooting the etiological factor. So the focus of Amity research in cancer biology is looking at cancer stem cell research, where he is looking at a very complicated conjugate we have developed. One is a known anti-tumor agent, curcumin, and then folate, together as a composite. Now we have done that through in silico modeling, synthesizing this conjugate, which is a very complex process, because a natural product, curcumin, with a known anti-tumor agent, which is synthetic, to bind it together, to make a conjugate, it's a very, very big challenge. We have done it. And then now in vitro studies have gone well, and then in vivo studies are on with success. Then it'll get into the safety and phase 1, phase 2 clinical trials. So why I took the example is that we are in new molecule, and where Mona Lisa Mukherjee is developing a hydrogel for drug delivery, sustained release of the drug for deep wound healing. Amity is working, the Amity Institute of Click Chemistry is working on nanocomposites as a gel for the drug delivery for a sustained release. So Amity has tremendous strength in this area. Then we also look at nano-encapsulation of the drugs. When you are looking at the molecule, having developed the molecule, how do you deliver it, target it, and also have a sustained release at the targeted delivery system. So we have also developed nano-encapsulation, which is a Click Chemistry group, and the other, the Amity Institute of Biotechnology has developed these systems. The focus is on herbal medicine. Now the country is very vibrant today with regulatory system speeding up the process. Earlier, it used to take a long time to give a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 clinical trials. So today, the whole system has been geared up. Drug Controller General of India has been mandated to clear the process, all the regulatory approvals to be given for the new molecules very fast. So I'm sure with all this ecosystem available, which is conducive for researchers, I'm very confident that you people, we people should work together and bring the new molecule to contribute to the Atmanirbhar Bharat. That is why in this conference we have industries representatives sitting on the dais as well as off the dais. Shilpi is there, and we also have Sridhara Valaiti, who is going to share his thoughts. He was referring to new molecules which he has developed for COVID situation really sprung many, many surprises. One of the surprises he is going to talk tomorrow about this. So now with this, now the final message I like to give is that now this is time for us to roll up our sleeves and then gear up to bring new molecules through molecular chemistry. Many people won't know what is this molecular chemistry. Amity has started a MSc in molecular chemistry. As everybody knows chemistry, biochemistry, organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, but molecular chemistry is the one which will lead to the new molecules to come. How do you engineer a new molecule and look at them from man to molecule? So that is molecular chemistry. So compliments to you, Dr. Mona Lisa Mukherjee, for such initiatives where I want students to propagate this message that there is a course MSc Molecular Chemistry, so that we want more students to take it so that we will be able to bring new drugs and design and develop it. Thank you so much and best wishes for the conference. Connect with each other, network with each other. The founder president's mission of synergy, mission synergy, where this is an opportunity for you to build networking, connectivity, force multiplier. It comes through this synergy. So I'm sure all of you will do that through this interaction, as well as the people who have joined online. So we would connect with you as well, and particularly a friend from China who is there, Dr. Zunji Zhua. He is from Nanjing University. He is an expert in the field of molecular chemistry and molecular medicine. Welcome to each and every one of you who are here. Thank you very much. Best wishes.
Thank you, sir. We really value your words. I would request IT expert to please connect the guest of honor, Dr. Praveen Khullar, who's available on online platform. We welcome you, sir. To introduce to the audience about Dr. Praveen Khullar, Executive Director, Virgo Pharma Research Laboratories Private Limited, Varna Industrial Estate, Varna, I believe I'm pronouncing the name of the place correctly, Saliset, Goa. Dr. Praveen Khullar had an illustrious career spanning over 3 decades and is currently working as an Executive Director of Virgo Pharma Research Laboratories Private Limited, Goa. Previously, he was working as a head of manufacturing science, analytics, and technology for Europe and international cluster of Sanofi. He was also head of Global Development Center of Group Sanofi at Goa. Having completed his B.Pharm from College of Pharmacy in Delhi in 1985, M.Pharm from Banaras Hindu University, Mr. Praveen was awarded PhD from Jamia Hamdard in 1998. He also completed postgraduate diploma in Human Resource IGNOU, Delhi in 1996. Thereafter, he pursued and completed his postgraduate diploma in Business Management Finance from the Institute of Management Training and Research, affiliated to Goa University. He is currently chairman of Governing Council of Goa College of Pharmacy. He is president of the Goa Pharmaceuticals Manufacturers Association, member of Management Committee of Goa Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So a long list of laurels. We are really grateful by your presence, sir. Please address the audience. Thank you.
A very good morning, and thank you for the organizing committee to give me a chance to be a part of this very important conference. I'd like to first of all say that MIT is a center of excellence and innovation university under the able leadership of Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan. He's a visionary leader, and also Dr. Mona Lisa Mukherjee and all the colleagues and dignitaries on the dais, all the delegates, faculty members, and all participants. I think knowledge exchange is one of the biggest things for the scientific community, and I'm fortunate to have kind of experiences of different kinds. We talk about drug designing. The drug comes from a natural, mineral, or animal sources, and beyond that, it can be a biological or chemistry. I was working in a dabur, and where we could do that paclitaxel while growing the trees, taking the leaves, extracting it out, coming out the paclitaxel, making injection, then ultimately making a nanoparticles. So finding the source of a drug, putting into a delivery system, and then ultimately bringing it to the the safety and kind of unmet needs of the patient. I think that is what is required by the industry. When we talk about research and development, I think there is a conventional way of research where you have a molecules. You can go for the battery of the molecules, screen through through screening, find out the structure activity relationship, and then see that what is the target delivery system, and where is the mode of action and how the drug works, and what is the safety and efficacy ratio. vast experiences of different technical skills which require chemistry, biological, toxicological, pharmacist, and all kind of have to put their brains together and visualize the invisible, something which is required, which is not there. In the current scenario, when we are talking about pandemic and uncertainties and VUCA world, I think the research, speed, and the innovation all has to go hand in hand to find out some quick solution for something to address. And I think this conference where we're talking about molecular design, whether it's a quality by design or we're talking of design of experiments, it is very important to see that how we select the molecules and then kind of a preferred kind of a target delivery systems so that the safety, efficacy, and the dose is taken care to the best of the ability with the cost and timeline which can be affordable and can be coming fast to the people. There are so many diseases in the world where we find that we still do not have the amicable and the current kind of a scientific solutions and required something, specialty kind of delivery systems and finding molecules. So looking into those unmet needs from the medical part, from the disease kind of therapeutic areas and focus, I'm sure that the oncology product when we're talking about or something rare diseases, DNA, mRNA, or we are talking about molecular, peptide, proteins, and proteomics, genomics, all kind of scientific tools which are there. We need to master these scientific kind of understanding. And as one of the speakers said, Atmanirbhar, we need to see that how we can be self-sufficient in our technologies, innovation, science, clinical studies, and where is the need to see that our SWOT analysis, where you have strength to leverage, weakness to address, opportunity to grab, and threat, we'll have to just see that how we can take it up. And as a scientific industry, academia collaboration, bringing all the kind of skills together, putting all the minds together to bring the roadmap and the line of action to find out some innovative kind of a solution for the future. There is a large number of dignitaries and also the speakers in the lineup, so I will not make my address longer. I know the time is already running over. And my all the best wishes and thank you, Dr. Tanvi, for giving me opportunity and all the dignitaries, faculty members. Congratulations for organizing such a wonderful program. And I'm sure that all of us together for these 2 days can learn a lot of new scientific kind of inputs, collaborate with each other and find out some solutions which will make the service to the mankind and quality medicines at affordable prices. My wishes and compliments to the entire organizing team and to the participant. Thank you so much. Have a great day and wonderful learning for the 2 days. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We really value your presence in this conference. It's a time to give the token of gratitude in form of memento to our organizing team, to our dignitaries, and to the speakers for the conference. We begin with, we like to congratulate, and we also would like to felicitate Dr. Sridhar Walati by giving a memento for sparing time, this valuable time for this conference by Dr. Mona Lisa Mukherjee. We would like to present the token of gratitude, a memento, to Dr. Jun Ji Su, who's present online, will be received by Dr. Sekhar Datta and will be given by Dr. Tinveer Naved.
Great job.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, no.
Thank you for your presence.
Yeah.
Grateful, And you're really a gregarious personality.
Yeah. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jing Jitsu from Nanjing University, China. It is a great honor and a pleasure to have this opportunity to participate in this conference. Affected by the COVID-19, we gathered online to exchange the view on the role of the molecular chemistries in drug design and development. But I believe this cannot stop scientists from all over the world from the communication and collaboration. I would like to pleasure my warm congratulations on the successful carving of this conference. Society is facing serious challenges in treating complex disease, such as cancer, with the development of the computation chemistry, molecular biologicals, and molecular chemistry. The small molecular drug discoveries has entered eras of target-based drug design. Drug molecular are designed according to the potential therapeutic target, such as enzyme, receptor, ion channels, and nucleic acids. In this regard, molecular chemistry provides a potent tool for drug design and development. With dramatic progress in the biotechnology and biomedical engineering field, the great amount of the potential promised drug is discovered and designed. However, they are often limited by the poor stability, seriously side effects, short circulating half-life, tendency of aggregation, and or their transport and delivery may be handled by the biobarriers like blood-brain barriers. Recently, the demand of advanced drug delivery system has been expanding due to the rapid growth in the field of medicine, biologicals, and material science. A design drug discovery system should possess a target delivery, increase stability, reduce toxicity, and enhance therapeutic efficacy. The rapid development of nanotechnology has allowed for the possibility of assembling therapeutic agent into the nanostructure through the physical absorption and chemical binding force, thereby improving the therapeutic efficiency with negligible systems toxicity. Nanoparticles exhibit several good advances over the small molecular reagent in the biomedical applications. In the case of cancer first, nanoparticles are able to passive accumulate at a tumor site with so-called EPR vaccine. The second, the ease of the modification allowed nanoparticles to attach the bimoleculars to reduce the non-specific uptake and further selectively bind to the overexpressed tumor cell receptor for enhanced accumulating. Third, the larger surface area to borrow ratios of nanoparticles enabled high payloads of drugs, genes, and other therapeutic molecules and protected them from the enzymatic degradation in the complex physiological micro environments. In addition, the functional nanoparticles are able to control the released cargoes with diverse internal external stimuli, with prevented drug leakages in normal tissues and reduced potential side effects. In the regard, even increased research side has turned to utilize nanotechnology, molecular chemistries, and interface manipulations to constructions high performance nanoparticles through the selective physical chemical loadings of therapeutic agents for efficient cancer therapies. In this regard, I wish the conference has a huge successful, which you all health. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your critical remark. We really value it.
Yeah.
As a token of gratitude, I'd like to present you a memento which will be received by Dr. Saikat Datta, and the honor will be given by Dr. Tanveer Naved. On your behalf, Dr. Saikat Datta would be taking the memento. I would now like to request Dr. S.L. Nasa to honor by presenting mementos to Dr. Praveen Khullar for sparing his valuable time to grace the occasion. On his behalf, I request Dr. Tanveer Naved to come forward. Just to inform you, Dr. S.L. Nasa was a teacher to Dr. Praveen Khullar. Though he's not present, but must be, would listen.
Yeah, I'm there, and thanks. I'm privileged to be taking the memento through Dr. Nasa. He has been, mentor and guide and guru for the pharmacy fraternity, and the very first year of my B.Pharm, he was my teacher. So God bless him with a great health, and thank you, Dr. Nasa, for your all learnings which I have cherished all these years. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Last but not the least, the conference we are adjourning, and this adjourning will be done by vote of thanks. I would like to state it's not end, it's the adjournment. And vote of thanks will be extended by Dr. Tanveer Naved, Professor, Amity University, Pharmacy AUP. He's been in pharmacy department since 2008. He has been... He's a very integral part of Amity University, and he's given, all his sweat, blood, and ears to Amity University. This is the most remarkable statement I would like to give. Thank you.
Very good morning to one and all. It is indeed my proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this momentous occasion of the inaugural session of this two-day international conference. First and foremost, I would like to express our deep gratitude to Honorable Founder President Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan sir for his blessing and always very encouraging. And also this very conference being conceptualized by the Honorable Founder President sir. I also like to express our gratitude to our dynamic Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan sir, who is a role model for each MATian. And also a sincere gratitude to Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Balwinder Shukla Madam, for her encouragement and support as always. I would like to express our gratitude on behalf of the organizing committee to Honorable Shri Mahesh Sharma ji, who was the chief guest for this occasion, and we all have witnessed a word of wisdom in the morning from Dr. Mahesh Sharma. Thank you very much, sir, for your presence. I'd like to express our gratitude to all the guests of honor who have joined this inaugural session. Dr. Junzu from China, thank you very much, sir, for joining. Dr. Praveen Khullar, who joined from Goa, thank you very much, sir, for sparing your valuable time. Dr. Sridhar Baloti from Hyderabad, and Dr. Baloti is present on the dais also, so thank you very much, sir. And also Dr. S.L. Nasa, one of the veteran and legendary pharmacy profession. Thank you very much, sir, for your very gracious presence. I'd like to express profound gratitude to our senior officials, Dr. W. Selvamurthy sir, Professor B.C. Das sir, Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay sir, for their presence in this inaugural session. I'd like to express my gratitude to Dr. Mona Lisa Mukherjee ma'am, the organizing chairperson of this conference, for setting a very exemplary leadership throughout to the organizing team and to make possible this very successful conference. Thank you very much, ma'am, for all your wonderful leadership. Dr. Puneet Gupta, Dr. Ranjan Patra, Dr. Saikat Datta, Dr. Vivek Mishra, and Dr. Mariam Sarwat is one team which anyone can feel proud of. And thank you very much for all your coordination or your tireless work day and night from last 10-15 days. Thank you very much. And I express my gratitude to all the organizing committee members, especially to the student volunteers. Even yesterday night, around 1 p.m., the whole setup was done. So you can, I think, big round for applause for the volunteers, please. So they were there till midnight there and make sure that this arrangement can take place. So thank you very much. I also express gratitude to all the senior officials present in this hall this morning. And very sincere thanks to all the delegates. I can see the delegates coming outside MIT also. Thank you very much for your very good participation, and we greatly acknowledge your presence also. My gratitude to Dr. Reena Singh ma'am, who is the Master of Ceremony for this inaugural session. And I like to thank the admin department, the IT department, the Office of Admiral Kochar sir, and all the, once again, the student volunteers who make possible this inaugural session as well as this conference. So I once again thank you very much, each one of you. Thank you.
Thanks for your heartfelt welcoming, Dr. Naved, sir. Now, I would like to request the participants, dignitaries, and everyone, please to stand in the honor of National Anthem. जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग विंध हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तिरंग तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाए तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे. Thank you. To stand in the honor of National Anthem, I would request you all to move for high tea, but please come back within 15 minutes because technical session is getting a little late. So please be quick. Thank you, our dignitaries. Please let's move towards the high tea.